And because the rest of the media has given up on the case of the fight of justice for the cash found in the judge's house, which should have been the biggest issue, but the rest of the media, the compromised media, the corporate media has given up on it. That is why Republic is going to fight and fight relentlessly for it. For what is it? What is it worth to be a media person without fighting for what is right? They talk about talking truth to power, but when it comes to talking the truth to the Chief Justice of India or to the Supreme Court, everyone looks the other way, and only Republic looks at the Supreme Court in the eye and asks questions. And I would like to say to the Supreme Court, you can't blame the police in this case. You can't blame the bar in this case. You can't blame the media in this case. You can't blame the people of the country in this case. You can only blame yourself in this case, which is why let the Supreme Court's justice prevail upon itself first. I come to you with 3 examples tonight, viewers, 3 examples. Firstly, I believe the courts are taking too long, are dragging their feet, are taking their own sweet time, perhaps to re-emphasize the fact that according to them, the process takes time. Well, they are in charge of how long the process takes. Ladies and gentlemen, this in-house committee, which should never have been in the first place, the way it's going about things, it is not allowing a speedy trial. And in this context, I would like to quote a bench of Justice Bhushan Gawai and K.V. Vishwanathan said that denial of speedy justice can be disastrous. They had said the denial of speedy and timely justice can be disastrous to the rule of law in the long term. The administration of justice feeds on the faith of the citizenry, and nothing should be done to even remotely shake that faith and confidence. Well, my lords, the time you're taking and the goading it's taking to make you act and the way you're doing things has already shaken the faith and confidence of the people of the country in the judiciary. Ladies and gentlemen, while acquitting 2 people who were sentenced to life imprisonment in a 1989 murder case in Chhattisgarh, the Supreme Court had said, when an FIR is delayed, in the absence of a proper explanation, the courts must be on guard and test the evidence meticulously to rule out the possibility of embellishments in the prosecution story, inasmuch as delay gives the opportunity for deliberation and guesswork. Now, my lords, why don't you apply this fact in this specific case and say the media is right? There's no point being in denial. You will have to act, my lords. You will have to act. The people are watching you. And in this case, there was no FIR. Why aren't you asking the question which the Supreme Court asked in that case of a murder case in Chhattisgarh? And my lords, I will keep asking questions. You know me. I will keep asking questions, keep coming up with arguments, keep finding facts, keep interviewing people. You will have to act, my lords. You will have to act. With the greatest of respect, you will have to act. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Arjikor rape and murder case, the Supreme Court was furious about the delay in filing an FIR. It said, what was the principle in touch with to delay the registering a complaint with the police? Why did the police take more than 12 hours to convert the report of unnatural death to an FIR? Why was the crime scene secured only in the evening? Now, why didn't you ask similar questions in the case of Justice Varma? Why didn't you pull him up? Why don't you ask him and his family members, were they trying to dress up the scene, destroy evidence? You'll blame the police for that? Of course not. The police was not in charge of that place. It was Justice Varma. I know he's a brother judge. You're going to have to pull him up. You're going to have to, now you've just transferred him, but he's not going to be able to get away with that. You're going to have to sack him, expel him. It is necessary that you do that. Why don't you ask, my lords, that what Chief Justice Chandrachud said, along with Justice Pardiwala and Manoj Mishra in the Arjikor rape and murder case, should be asked by you in this specific case of the cash case. Why did Justice Yashwant Verma not file an FIR? He's a judge. Why was the crime scene not secured? Why was it not treated like a crime scene? You see, viewers, the point is, the Supreme Court's own wisdom while talking about everyone else has not applied on itself and its brother judge in a case where the whole country is with me tonight. The whole country is with us. I'll open the phone lines, my lords. The nation is with the media. The nation is with Republic. I can't talk about the corporate media. And I implore you, I plead to you, I request you to reconsider the positions you've taken and to understand the longer this process goes on, the more questions there will be asked and the more questions will emerge in the minds of the people of this country. and Vox Populi, Republic, the voice of the people, we will be at the forefront of asking those questions.